Have you ever wondered why some people seem destined to win while others struggle endlessly? What if winning wasn't about luck or talent, but about mastering one invisible force inside you? Here's the truth. The greatest victories are built not in the world around you, but in the mind within you. Winners aren't born. They're made, shaped daily by the power of their thoughts and the impact of their words. Every single day, you hold the ability to design your reality through what you think and what you speak. It's both a privilege and a responsibility that few ever truly understand. Let's begin with the first key, thinking like a winner. Your mind is the most powerful tool you own. It's worth more than any property, stronger than any technology. Yet most people never learn how to use it. They let their thoughts run wild, reacting to life instead of creating it. Winners think differently. They know every thought is a seed for the future. Every great success, every monumental achievement, began as a single idea in someone's mind. The Wright brothers imagined flying before ever leaving the ground. Steve Jobs envisioned 1,000 songs in your pocket long before the first iPod existed. So how do you begin to think like a winner? It starts with awareness. Most people allow negative thoughts to pass unnoticed, like weeds creeping into a beautiful garden. But winners are different. They are vigilant gardeners of the mind, constantly pulling out the weeds and planting seeds of positivity and purpose. This isn't about ignoring reality or living in fantasy. Winners face the truth head-on. They recognize their current situation, but never let it define their destiny. They see not only what is, but what could be. That's the true power of vision, and it's where winning begins. Imagine standing before a massive brick wall. Most people see a barrier, something that blocks their path. But a winner sees it differently. They see a challenge, an opportunity to climb higher and look farther than ever before. That's the power of a winner's mindset. But thinking differently isn't enough. You must reinforce those thoughts with powerful words. The way you speak to yourself and others can literally shape your world. Words carry energy. They send vibrations into the universe that return as the reality you experience. So how do winners speak? They use the language of possibility, not limitation. They don't say, "I can't afford it." They ask, "How can I afford it?" They don't dwell on problems. They focus on solutions. Winners understand that the questions they ask determine the answers they receive. They also grasp the power of affirmations. You might think affirmations sound like wishful thinking, but they're actually tools to reprogram the subconscious mind. When you feed your brain positive, empowering statements, you begin to rewire it for success. Here's the secret. Your affirmations must feel believable. If you're earning $50,000 a year, don't declare you're a millionaire. Your subconscious will reject it. Instead, affirm that you're steadily increasing your income, that you're becoming more valuable in the marketplace every day. Those are truths your mind can accept, and they create real momentum toward the life you want. Now, let's talk about the language of responsibility. Winners never say, "He made me angry," or "The economy ruined my business." They understand that they alone are responsible for their reactions and results. Instead, they say, "I chose to become angry," or "I failed to adapt to the changing economy." This shift in language puts them back in control, and when you're in control, you have the power to change. But thinking and talking like a winner isn't just about what happens in your mind. It's about how you engage with the world. Winners recognize the influence of their words on others. They know their language can inspire, motivate, and lead. When a winner speaks, people listen, not because they're loud, but because their words carry purpose and weight. They speak with conviction, not noise. They never waste words on gossip or negativity. Every sentence is intentional, meant to add value to the conversation and to the people around them. Winners also understand the power of asking the right questions. They know the quality of their life depends on the quality of the questions they ask. Instead of saying, "Why does this always happen to me?" they ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I use this to grow stronger?" These questions open new doors, turn obstacles into opportunities, and transform failure into fuel for growth. And that's what thinking and talking like a winner truly means, transforming how you see the world and your place within it. Now, you might be wondering, how can I think and talk like a winner when everything in my life feels like it's falling apart? This is the real test, where theory meets reality. Because thinking and talking like a winner isn't about denying hardship. It's about confronting it with courage and curiosity. When challenges come, a winner's mind instantly asks, what's good about this? What can I learn? How can I use this to become stronger? That's where true transformation begins, not in comfort, but in challenge. Winners become stronger, wiser, and better through every challenge. They understand that adversity isn't the enemy of success. It's the fertilizer that helps it grow. Think about it. Every great success story is built on struggle. The Wright brothers didn't fly on their first try. They failed hundreds of times. Yet with every setback, they learned, adjusted, and moved one step closer to their dream. They thought and spoke like winners, even when the world said it couldn't be done. That brings us to a vital trait of winners: persistence. True success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. Winners know that setbacks are temporary. They don't allow a bad day to turn into a bad week or a bad year. Instead, they reset quickly, refocus, and keep moving forward. But persistence alone isn't enough. Winners persist intelligently. They learn, adapt, and evolve. When something doesn't work, they don't abandon the goal, they refine the strategy. That's where powerful self-talk comes in. When faced with failure, a winner doesn't say, I'm a failure. They say, that attempt failed. What can I learn? How can I do better next time? The difference may sound small, but it's everything. One mindset breaks you down, the other builds you up. Now let's talk about another secret of a winner's mindset: gratitude. Winners know gratitude isn't just a feel-good emotion, it's a tool for success. Expressing gratitude trains your mind to focus on what's working, not what's missing. And what you focus on expands. So, start each day by being thankful for what you already have. Even if life isn't perfect, find one thing: your health, your loved ones, the roof over your head. Beginning your day with gratitude primes your mind for positivity and growth. But don't stop there. Speak your gratitude aloud. Tell the people around you what you appreciate about them. It strengthens relationships and reshapes how you see the world, helping you spot the good in others and in every situation. That's a skill every true winner needs to master. Another essential part of thinking and talking like a winner is self-image. Your self-image is the picture you hold of yourself in your mind, your internal mirror that shapes everything you do. Winners build a strong, empowering self-image. They see themselves as capable, worthy, and deserving of success. They understand that if they can see it in their mind, they can hold it in their hand. But here's the truth: your self-image isn't fixed. You can change it through conscious effort. One of the most powerful ways to reshape it is through self-talk. The way you speak to yourself determines your self-image, and your self-image directs your actions and results. So, start listening to your inner voice. Are you constantly criticizing yourself? Do you keep replaying past failures? If so, it's time to change that. Speak to yourself as you would to someone you love and respect. Be encouraging, supportive, and kind. This doesn't mean ignoring your flaws. It means choosing to focus on your strengths, your potential, and your capacity to grow. That's how winners think. They don't dwell on what's missing. They focus on who they can become. Now let's talk about the language of goals. Winners are crystal clear about what they want. They don't chase vague wishes or empty dreams. They set specific, measurable goals and pursue them daily. But having goals isn't enough. You must talk about them in a way that gives them power. Don't say, I hope to lose weight. Say, I'm committed to becoming the healthiest version of myself. Don't say, I wish I could start a business. Say, I'm building the foundation for my future success. Winners speak their goals as if they're already in motion, because they know words shape belief, and belief drives action. They say, I'm taking steps every day to launch my own company. Do you see the difference? It's more than just wording. It's a complete shift in mindset. When you speak about your goals with certainty and commitment, you naturally move toward the actions that make them real. But here's something important. Don't keep your goals to yourself. Share them with others. When you speak your goals out loud, they gain power. You create accountability, attract support, and open doors to opportunities you might have never seen otherwise. Now, let's address one of the biggest barriers to thinking and talking like a winner: the fear of failure. Many people avoid setting big goals or speaking boldly about their dreams because they're afraid of falling short. But winners know failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every failure teaches, refines, and strengthens you. When you think and talk like a winner, you don't fear failure. You welcome it as your teacher. So instead of asking, what if I fail? Ask, what if I succeed? What if this turns out better than I imagined? That shift in language opens doors, fuels courage, and drives you to step outside your comfort zone with purpose and determination. Now, let's talk about the language of action. Winners know that thoughts and words are powerful, but they're not enough by themselves. You must support them with consistent, deliberate action. When a winner says, "I'll do it," they follow through. They don't make excuses or wait for the perfect time. They move, right now, with clarity and commitment. Because winners understand one truth. Words may define your vision, but action defines your destiny. Winners don't just talk about intentions, they speak through action. Instead of saying, "I'm planning to start exercising," they say, "I worked out for 30 minutes this morning, and I'll do it again tomorrow." Instead of saying, "I want to read more," they say, "I read 20 pages today, and I'm halfway through my book." This language of action builds momentum, strengthens confidence, and trains your mind to follow through. Remember, success isn't about what you say you'll do. It's about what you actually do. But here's something vital. Winners don't just take random action. They take intelligent action. They're always learning, improving, and sharpening their skills. They actively seek out new knowledge and insights. So start talking about what you're learning. Share lessons from the books you read, the podcasts you listen to, or the courses you complete. Doing this not only deepens your understanding, but also positions you as a person of growth and value in the eyes of others. Now, let's talk about another key trait of winners: resilience. Life will throw curveballs. You'll face setbacks, disappointments, and challenges. But it's not what happens to you that defines you. It's how you respond. Winners speak the language of resilience. When faced with hardship, they don't say, "Why me?" They say, "Why not me? What can I learn from this? How can I grow stronger?" They understand resilience is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. So start reframing your challenges. Instead of saying, "This is a problem," say, "This is a chance to grow." Instead of saying, "I can't handle this," say, "This is difficult, but I'm capable of figuring it out." That's how winners turn obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into stepping stones. You are capable of finding a solution. This language of resilience carries you through hard times and helps you emerge stronger on the other side. Now, let's talk about the language of influence. Winners understand that success is never a solo journey. To achieve great things, you must communicate your ideas clearly, inspire others, and build meaningful relationships. So how do winners speak to others? They communicate with clarity and conviction. They aren't afraid to share their ideas or opinions, but they always do so with respect. They know communication isn't just about talking, it's about listening. Winners ask thoughtful questions, seeking to understand before being understood. In today's world of social media, it's easy to fall into the trap of measuring yourself against others. But winners don't do that. They understand that their only competition is the person they were yesterday. Instead of saying, "I'll never be as good as them," they remind themselves, "I'm better than I was before, and I'm still growing." That's the mindset that... So how do winners handle emotions? They don't hide or deny them. They acknowledge, understand, and express their feelings in healthy, constructive ways. That emotional balance gives them the strength to lead, the wisdom to listen, and the empathy to inspire. Instead of saying, "I'm fine," when they're not, winners speak with honesty. They say, "I'm feeling frustrated right now, but I'm working through it." This kind of emotional honesty builds trust and strengthens relationships. Winners also use empathetic language when dealing with others. They might say, "I understand how you feel," or "That must be difficult for you." It doesn't mean they always agree, but it shows they respect the other person's emotions and point of view. Now let's talk about the language of leadership. Whether you're leading a business, a team, or simply your own life, thinking and talking like a leader is essential to success. Leaders use language that inspires, motivates, and paints a clear, compelling vision of the future. So instead of giving plain instructions, share the why behind what you do. Communicate your vision. Inspire others with your passion and purpose. Use words that unite, encourage, and bring out the best in people. But remember, true leadership isn't about having all the answers. It's about asking the right questions and creating an environment where others can contribute their best ideas. So include more questions in your leadership conversations. Ask for feedback, welcome diverse perspectives, and stay open to new insights. Now let's address something that quietly holds many people back from true success: the fear of success itself. It may sound strange, but many subconsciously sabotage their progress because they're afraid of what success might demand of them. Winners recognize this fear, but refuse to let it stop them. They talk about success not as a burden, but as a privilege. They say, "I'm ready for the next level," or "I'm excited about the opportunities ahead." That mindset shift turns fear into fuel, transforming hesitation into momentum. Growth always comes with challenges. Remember, success doesn't change who you are, it reveals who you are. So start viewing success as a natural part of your journey. When you begin thinking and talking about time as an investment, you become more intentional about how you use it. Instead of saying, "I don't have time," winners say, "That's not a priority for me right now." This language puts you back in control. It reminds you that you're making choices, not just reacting to circumstances. Winners also use language that creates urgency and momentum. They don't say, "Someday I'll do that." They say, "I'm starting today." They know procrastination is the thief of dreams, and they use their words to fight it. But here's something important. While winners act with urgency, they also practice patience. They understand that meaningful success takes time. They balance immediate action with a long-term vision. They often say, "I'm making progress every day," or "I'm in this for the long haul." This kind of language keeps them focused and motivated, even when results aren't visible yet. Now let's move to the language of problem solving. Winners don't run from problems, they face them head on. They know every problem carries the seed of an opportunity, if you're willing to look for it. So instead of saying, "This is impossible," winners say, "This is challenging, but I'll figure it out." Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" they ask, "What's the opportunity here? How can I turn this to my advantage?" This mindset trains the brain to search for solutions instead of dwelling on obstacles. It keeps you proactive, creative, and resilient, even when times get tough. Winners don't just react to problems, they anticipate them. They use the language of preparation and foresight, asking questions like, "What could go wrong here?" or "How can we prevent it?" This forward-thinking approach keeps them ahead of challenges and turns potential setbacks into stepping stones. Now let's talk about the language of self-discipline. Winners know that discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. They don't wait for motivation to appear. They create it through their thoughts and words. Instead of saying, "I don't feel like it," they say, "I'm committed to this, no matter how I feel." Instead of saying, "This is too hard," they say, "This is challenging, but I'm getting stronger every day." This language of discipline reinforces their commitment and helps them push through discomfort and resistance. But remember, self-discipline isn't about perfection. It's about consistency and resilience. When they slip up, as everyone does, they don't criticize themselves. Instead, they say, "That's not like me. I'm recommitting to my goals right now." Next is the language of continuous improvement. Winners understand that in today's fast-paced world, if you're not growing, you're falling behind. They live with a mindset of constant learning and progress. So start adding phrases like, "What can I learn from this?" or "How can I improve?" into your daily thinking. After every experience, success or failure, ask yourself, "What's the lesson here? How can I use this to get better?" This mindset keeps you humble, hungry, and always moving forward. But here's something just as important. While striving for growth, winners also practice self-acceptance. They understand you can be content with who you are while still working to improve. They balance, "I'm working on getting better," with "I accept myself as I am right now." That balance promotes steady growth without falling into perfectionism. Finally, let's talk about the language of networking and relationships. Winners know that your network is your net worth. They understand that success is a team effort, and they use language that builds trust, collaboration, and long-term connection. Winners build strong, mutually beneficial relationships. Instead of asking, "What can I get from this person?" they ask, "How can I add value to this person?" They speak with genuine curiosity and interest, asking thoughtful questions and listening with intention. They say, "Tell me more about that," or "That's fascinating. I'd love to learn from your experience." This language of sincerity and contribution not only builds deeper connections, but also positions you as someone others want to support and collaborate with. But remember, networking isn't just about meeting new people. It's about nurturing the ones you already know. Use words that express gratitude and strengthen those bonds. Say, I truly value our relationship, or I'm grateful for your support. This language of appreciation reinforces trust and creates a strong support network that helps you move closer to your goals. Now let's talk about the language of money and wealth. Winners think differently about money. They don't view it as scarce or evil. They see it as a tool, a resource to be managed wisely. Instead of saying, I can't afford that, they ask, how can I afford it? Instead of believing, money is the root of all evil, they understand. Money is a magnifier. It makes you more of who you already are. This shift in language moves the mindset from scarcity to abundance, from helplessness to empowerment. Still, winners pair abundance thinking with respect for money. They use words that reflect financial responsibility, saying things like, I'm investing in my future, or I'm making my money work for me. This language promotes smart decisions and long-term wealth. Finally, let's look at the language of health and wellness. Winners know their body is the vehicle that carries them toward success. They use words that honor and nurture both physical and mental well-being. Instead of saying, I have to exercise, they say, I get to take care of my body. Instead of saying, this healthy food is a sacrifice, they say, I'm nourishing my body for peak performance. This mindset transforms healthy habits from a chore into a privilege, from a sacrifice into a gift that fuels your success. Wellness isn't just about physical health. It's also about mental and emotional well-being. Winners use language that supports balance and self-care. They say, I'm taking time to recharge, or I'm practicing self-care. This kind of language honors the need for rest and prevents burnout. Now let's move to the language of creativity and innovation. In today's world, creativity is essential for success in every field. Winners use language that encourages open thinking and fresh ideas. They ask, let's look at this from a different angle, or how can we combine these ideas in a new way? This creative language opens new possibilities and sparks breakthrough ideas. But true creativity isn't just about imagination, it's about execution. So balance your creative mindset with action-driven words. Say, let's experiment with this idea, or we'll learn by doing. This blend of creative and practical language turns imagination into reality. Next, let's talk about adaptability. In a world that changes faster than ever, adaptability is key to lasting success. Winners speak in ways that embrace change rather than resist it. Instead of saying, but we've always done it this way, they say, let's try a new approach. Instead of saying, I'm not good at that, they say, I'm learning how to do that. This language of adaptability keeps you flexible, open, and resilient. But remember, adaptability isn't about losing who you are. It's about adjusting your methods while staying true to your principles. Balance your flexible mindset with statements like, we're finding new ways to live our values, or our principles remain the same, even as our methods evolve. Finally, let's explore the language of legacy. Winners think beyond short-term achievements. They focus on the impact they'll leave behind. They use words that reflect vision and purpose, saying, I want to make a difference, or I'm building something that will outlast me. This language of legacy gives deeper meaning to your work and fuels perseverance through challenges. It reminds you that true success isn't just what you accomplish. It's what you inspire in others long after you're gone. Legacy isn't just about grand gestures. It's also about the small, everyday ways you impact others. Use language that acknowledges the ripple effect of your actions. Say, every interaction is an opportunity to make a positive difference. Or, with every choice I make, I'm planting seeds for the future. As we approach the end of this discussion, let's revisit the language of gratitude. Winners understand that gratitude isn't just a feeling. It's a daily practice, a way of life. They use words that express appreciation and recognize the good in every situation. Make it a habit to say thank you more often, not just for major events, but for small kindnesses and simple blessings. Say, I'm grateful for this opportunity, or I appreciate the challenges that help me grow. This language of gratitude not only uplifts your spirit, but also attracts more positive experiences into your life. In the end, thinking and talking like a winner is about far more than positive thinking. It's about rewiring your mind for success. It's about using language that empowers, motivates, and propels you toward your goals. It's about developing a mindset that sees opportunities where others see obstacles, that finds solutions where others find problems. Remember, your words create your world. Every thought you hold and every word you speak programs your mind for either success or failure. So choose them wisely. Use the language of winners, the language of possibility, of action, of resilience, of continuous growth. Start today. Start now. Choose your words consciously and watch your life transform from the inside out. Speak as though you're already the person you want to become. Think as if your dreams are already unfolding into reality. Talk as though success isn't just possible, it's inevitable. Because here's the truth. You are capable of far more than you realize. There's untapped potential within you waiting to be awakened. When you start thinking and talking like a winner, that potential begins to rise. You'll start seeing opportunities that were once invisible. You'll take bold actions you never thought possible. So from this moment forward, make a commitment to think and talk like a winner. Choose words that empower you, inspire you, and drive you closer to your goals. Be intentional with every thought and every sentence you speak. It won't happen overnight. You'll slip back into old patterns sometimes, and that's okay. Don't get discouraged. This is a practice. It takes time, effort, and consistency. But with each day, each conscious choice to think and speak like a winner, you're rewiring your mind for success. Before long, you won't just think and talk like a winner, you'll live like one. You'll achieve goals you once thought were out of reach. You'll inspire others through your words, your actions, and your example. You'll build a life filled with purpose, impact, and true success. So go forward from here with awareness and intention. Watch your thoughts, choose your words wisely, and use them powerfully. Because you already have greatness within you, and the power to shape your reality through what you think and say. Think big, speak with conviction, act with purpose, and become the winner you were always meant to be. Wishing you health, happiness, and success. And don't forget to subscribe to Mindset Daily for more inspiration and growth every day.